Alright, so if you want to find the average value of a set of numbers, you know that you take the three numbers and you add them up. So we take 3 plus 4 plus 5, and we divide by how many numbers there were, which is 3. And this, of course, gives us 12 over 3, whose average is 4. So that's how we find the average. We call that x bar, usually. And you can write it like this. X bar is equal to the sum of each value of x divided by n, the number of values you had. So that's how you find the average. Okay, so now once you have the average, to find the standard deviation, we're going to do the following. The first thing we got to do is we got to find the sum of the squares of the deviations. So sometimes we call this SSD, the sum of the squares of the deviations. That means for each of these numbers, you got to figure out how much deviation there is between this number and the average. So I'm going to take 3 minus the average, which is 4, find that difference, and square it. And this is the sum of the deviations, so I'm going to take 4 minus 4 and square it, and then I'm going to take 5 minus 4 and square it. So you've got to know the average, and then you take the difference between each value in your list minus the average and square it, and that's the sum of the squares of the deviations. And in this case, it's fairly easy. The answer is 2, because this is 0 here, and those are all 1. So to find the standard deviation, sigma, we are going to take the sum of the squares of the deviations, that's this. We're going to divide it by the number of values we have in our list minus 1, and we're going to take the square root. So in this case, that's going to be 2 divided by 2 square root, or 1. The standard deviation is 1. So this was how we calculated the mean. The way we calculate the standard deviation is as follows. It's each value in your list, x sub I, minus the mean. We are going to square that and add those all up. And then we're going to divide by n minus 1, 1 less than the total number, and then that's actually called the variance, and the square root of that is what's going to give us the standard deviation. So that's how we find the standard deviation of a set of numbers. So you're going to try to implement that algorithmically.